I cut trees for a living and mow lawns and do a little bit of landscaping, so I have to move rocks, lumber, tree limbs, that type of thing. So I'm always bending over, picking stuff up. And I was always taught to bend at the knees and pick up. And I still had back problems. My back hurt, all the time. And since I've been doing what Lisa Ann has taught me how to pick up, it's complete opposite of what you learned throughout your life and what OSHA says. But once you do it, you cannot go back to doing the deep knee bends when you pick up. Well, I've been to chiropractors all over the country. Multiple doctors have had back surgery. And when I arrived here, it was a normal pain level for me, which meant it hurt at night, in the morning, all afternoon, but it's something I learned to live with. So when I showed up here, her goal wasn't to rid the pain. She's not a doctor. That's not what she does. She teaches you how to move differently and correctly. And little by little, the pain's gone because day after day, you're not feeding the pain. You're going against it. And it's just made a huge difference. One of the best things about Lisa's method is that her goal is not to keep you as a lifetime patient, but to get you to where you understand your body and how to move and how to use the tools that God's given you the correct way. And all she wants you to do is call her back every few months and tell her how you're doing. Just let her know that you're still doing good and everything's going all right. And every so often you can come back for a little bit more knowledge or readjustment to tweak your exercises, but her goal is not to keep you on her patient list. It's to get you out and moving.
Little by little, I just started feeling better and better. And I pretty much realized that everything that I did, from getting laundry out to, picking something up, everything was Lisa Ann back exercise, basically. I mean, I was changing my way of walking and sitting and bending, and it was pretty amazing. It was life-changing, really.
I was desperate, and then I became practically incapacitated, where I really couldn't. I had a sling. My arm was in a sling, and everybody gives you advice about different things, but I wasn't moving forward. And that's where I really saw in the first one-on-ones with Lisa Ann that I saw it was everything from how I would lie in bed at night that would take pressure off of the parts of my body that were stressed, which was helping. That helped tremendously. How I sat in a chair, how I sit on the airplane now, everything. It's just been amazing.
I first met Lisa Ann McCall really at a major depression in my life. I had firmly convinced myself that I couldn't run anymore. And, I probably to a lot of people that's not a reason for depression, but it had been so much a part of my life and so much of a release and a relief. And then to have it taken away because of gimpy knees, just twerked out body, I thought, it's over. I mean, I was bummed. And she took a look at me and she said, what do you want to do again? And I said, I want to run. I want to run again. She said, okay, I'll get you to run again. And slowly, it wasn't an overnight, it wasn't a magic pill, but slowly over time, weeks, passed, maybe a few days passed, and I started walking, and I didn't have pain in my knees. She taught me how to reconfigure my body and do weird things with my hips, and I didn't really know what she was asking me to do, but I did it because pain is a very good teacher in my life, and I want to get out of pain, learn the lesson, and move on. And what happened was, the pain started to recede, and I started to feel better. And after a couple, 3-4 weeks, I said, why don't you, instead of walking, why don't you run 10 steps? And I ran 10 steps, and it didn't hurt. And then I ran 10 more, and 10 more, and then I ran a minute, and then I walked, and then I ran 2 minutes, and then I walked, and then I ran 3. And with her help, I hope I can complete a lifelong dream, which is finishing an Ironman triathlon. 2.5 mile swim, 112 miles on the bike, and then a 26-mile run. And if I do it, it's really because of Lisa Ann McCall.
When I met Lisa Ann McCall and got introduced to the McCall Body Balance, I was in a place where it was after my last surgery, so it was in 2005 or early 2006, and I was still in a lot of pain. The acute leg pain was not so severe. It was more just I was left with a lot of stiffness, a lot of achiness, a lot of pain. And I definitely was still in a place where I didn't know that I was going to get better, and started working with Lisa Ann. And one thing I had is I had a lot of fear, I had a lot of anxiety, I had a lot of, didn't have any confidence in terms of being able to get back out and do the things that I wanted to do from an athletic standpoint. And starting with Lisa Ann, immediately after a few weeks, I started feeling better. Just I noticed that my hips were moving easier, my legs were moving better, my back was moving better. Still had pain. It wasn't an overnight cure, but I started noticing improvement. And that was 3 years ago well, not quite 3 years that I've been working with Lisa Ann. Many of the moves that you do in the class, you're thinking, how in the world is this going to help? What exactly is this? But then you do it, and it's very grounding, and you feel, after you finished, you feel like you've had a workout. So yeah, the names are comical, and the moves themselves are a little bit, can't really understand exactly how it's helping you when you're doing it, especially at the beginning, but it helps.
I'm a CPA. We go through stages in our business, particularly during tax season when we work too many hours. Our body wasn't designed to work 16-hour days, really sitting in a chair. I just can't even walk. It is excruciating. I had 4 different people from 4 different parts of my life. Not one of those people knew one another, and they all referred me to the same person, Lisa Ann. So I finally said, I get it, I'm going. And I resisted initially because I wanted to stay in my own neighborhood. I didn't want to drive 20 minutes to her place. That was an incredible mistake to wait that long, but when I did finally find her, I realized it was a perfect match for me in my condition. It's
given me my life back. It's given me hope. It's made me realize, it's given me confidence back for life. It's helped me in every aspect. I can't even put to words how it's helped me. It's helped me be a better father. It's helped me be a better husband. And I mean, I'm being serious.